Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a minute, but you know, with my life and everything with music going on, sometimes I just get a little swamped and I can't get around to making videos, but I'm finally back. I have some free time. I'm actually going to be making a lot more videos now from here on out to the end of the year, but I figured I could make a quick little video on, I guess, where all the projects stand and a little update on some parts and where everything is going. First thing is, I sold the Miata. I know there's a lot of Miata fans out there. I know it is a great car, but for me, and with the way my life is going and the way my family is going, a two-seater, and especially a two-seater that small, just wasn't really working out for us. And I was able to find a really nice buyer who was able to get the car for a good deal, and so yeah, the Miata is gone. And am I sad? I am a little sad, but at the end of the day, you have to do what you have to do. So the Miata is gone. As far as the Type R goes, which has been covered, and honestly, this factory cover is amazing. It's been sitting in the sun here in LA, and honestly, I start it, I'll drive it every now and then just to, get the fluids up to temp and to get the fluids moving around the engine. But I mean, honestly, every time I get in the car, even on a hot day, this cover keeps the inside so cool, keeps everything protected, keeps everything nice and factory. So yeah, anyone who has a new FL5, I really recommend this car cover from Honda. I think it is the factory Type R cover for the FL5. I think it's maybe like $160 or something. I can't remember, but it is a great cover. So we do have some new parts for the FL5 that we are going to be installing. Actually, tomorrow I'm going to be taking the car into the shop and making a video there, just because I don't have a lift and I don't have everything to make it a little easier. So we're going to do it there at the shop with all their stuff, just to make the job a little easier. But I have the spoon springs. I think they lower the car about, I don't know, maybe 1.5 inches, or maybe like 1.25 inches, both front and rear, which is going to be just enough to get rid of that wheel gap. I could have opted for coilovers, but I decided to actually go with springs because I want to keep the adaptive ride settings that the car came with. I think that is actually it's actually really nice, because sometimes I do want the car a little stiffer, and sometimes I just kind of want to put it in comfort mode when I have my wife with me, so the car isn't so bouncy. But it will lower the car and hopefully give us the look that we are trying to achieve. I also have the Spoon blue, what do you want to call them? I guess the blue side mirror covers. It's just a kind of 3M tape side mirror that goes over the OEM factory mirror, but I think it's a wide angle and it's tinted, so it should be a different look, and it should help with some of those blind spots maybe that you might encounter here in LA while driving. But yeah, we'll see how they look tomorrow. I'm gonna throw those on at the shop as well. Now, some of you might have seen this in the background. I did pick up a Sur-Ron Light BX. None of you really know, but I was in a pretty bad motorcycle accident back in 2020. I used to ride a lot, I used to ride to work every day on a bike, and fortunately I got into a pretty bad accident, and I haven't really ridden a motorcycle in years. But recently, with a lot of these e-bikes becoming popular, and there's a lot more trails now, and a lot more facilities that kind of can accommodate these type of bikes, I decided to pick one up. And to be honest, I love this thing. It's honestly, it's about 100 pounds, maybe like 110 pounds, so you can literally just lift it and put it into the back of the truck. You don't need a ramp. It's kind of more, honestly, along the lines of a mountain bike, I guess you could say, and more than a dirt bike, because there are no gears. It kind of has more of a mountain bike type frame and suspension setup, but it definitely rides, I guess, like a dirt bike. I've had dirt bikes before, and they are a little different, but it's definitely a very nice cross between I guess an electric mountain bike and a dirt bike. But yeah, this thing is really fun. It is really fun. I'm kind of in the middle of getting some parts on. I did install some new suspension parts from Prickly Motorsports. I think they're in California here, but just a few things. Did the Prickly direct stem mount and the Baja Designs S2 Pro mount with the Baja Designs S2 Pro Lite. I'm still waiting on the adapter for the S2 Lite to the Sur-Ron. I don't really know if it's like an ECU or just, you know, where everything is connected, but I am waiting for that adapter so I can run the Lite. I'm also waiting for the switch, I think from a company called Warp 9, because when one of the downsides of this bike is when you buy it new and you turn the bike on, the headlight is always on. You can't turn it on or off. If you turn the bike on, the headlight's going to be on. So you have to order a switch to kind of mitigate that, so you could choose whether to have the light on and off during the day. So you're not just running it constantly while you're riding it. So I am waiting for that part. I'm not really too familiar with these. I know there's a really big culture behind these bikes and behind the e-bike scene in general. But so if you guys have any comments on what you think I should do. Oh, I did get some new foot pegs. I know a lot of people online say that these foot pegs aren't the best. I kind of have to agree. They're a little skinny, so I did order the prickly foot pegs, which should be coming soon. Hopefully, they are a lot wider and they give you definitely more of a platform to stand on, because you are riding this bike a lot on your, while, you know, up off the seat, I guess you could say, while just standing. So having more of a platform to stand on, so you give yourself more stability while riding is definitely key. But yeah, I love this bike. It is very fun. I think the MSRP on this is about $4,500 to $4,200 depending on where you live in the country. But yeah, I would say if you're looking for a bike that you could just take out with your friends, take out to the track, take out on some trails, this is the bike. The battery life, I want to say, is about 40 miles. Obviously, it's less if you're really jamming, maybe like 28 miles if you're in sport mode, I think they call it, and you're really cruising hard. But they do make battery upgrades. I am going to do that. I think it's the 72 volt, which should give you about 80 miles of range. I'm not entirely sure, but it definitely should about double your range. And I think I'm not entirely sure too if it makes the bike faster, but as far as range goes, it definitely improves it to where if you want to commute on it, or if you even want to, you know, take it out, and, you know, you don't even really have to bring the charger, honestly, because if you're just doing the trails and hitting some of the, you know, dirt paths, you know, to put 80 miles on the bike is insane. So, I mean, this bike has, I charged this bike maybe 2 weeks ago, and I still haven't, you know, gone below, I think, 60%. So, I mean, granted, I don't really ride it that far out of the neighborhood, but yeah, this bike is really fun. Definitely worth the money. Definitely something that I think is going to be big in the future. You know, obviously, EVs and everything is kind of becoming a more popular choice for a lot of families, and a lot of just people kind of would rather have something you could charge and never have to put gas in. And I think these Sur-Rons are definitely kind of the start to where a lot of these companies are going to be going. I know there's other e-bikes on the market. I personally think the Sur-Ron looks the best. You know, that's just my opinion, but I think this bike looks amazing. So yeah, that is pretty much it for the Sur-Ron. I'll have some more videos on this too. We'll do some install videos, but like I said, I don't really know too much about these bikes. You know, I did ride motorcycles, but these are a lot different. And yeah, so if you guys have any suggestions, please just throw it in the comments there, and, you know, I'll get the parts ordered and we can do some installs if you guys are interested, or if any of you guys have a Sur-Ron. So the 21 STI, honestly, this is kind of my baby, and it doesn't really move that much. It has about, I think, 1,800 miles on it, fully built. I think it makes about 540 horsepower at the wheels. And it, you know, it's such a pristine kind of example of the last model of the combustion engine STI. I've always wanted the VA, having, you know, coming from, I had a GD, I still have my hatch STI, and I always wanted the VA. And, you know, I got the color I wanted in white. I got the optional no sunroof with the what does Subaru call it? You know, just to push the start option. Yeah, that is kind of where this stands. There aren't really going to be a whole lot of videos on this car, honestly. There really isn't much to do. I might do a few body things, but I kind of want to keep it stock. It's a completely stock body. It's never mounted a lip or side skirts, anything like that. So I kind of want to keep it in that condition. So maybe we'll have some videos on this in the future, but we'll see. Alright guys, well, as for the Type R, like I said, we are going to be going into the shop tomorrow. We're going to be lowering her on the Spoon springs. I think they're about $650, which isn't too bad. Spoon tends to be a little more expensive than most companies, and $650 to get the car lowered isn't too bad, considering I think RSR makes some coilovers now, which which are compatible with the adaptive ride that the Type R has from the factory, but I think they run close to $3,000, and honestly, I'm not really looking to spend that much on the car. The car already handles great, and I just want to lower it for honestly mostly the looks, but because I mean, like I said, the car handles so well from the factory, and I think the springs are going to be able to achieve what we want. So I'm going to be filming that video tomorrow. Hopefully I'll upload it sometime later this week as well, and we'll get some photos out on Instagram too once the springs are on, and I'll kind of give you an update on how the car rides and feels after we've lowered it. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Like I said, sorry I've been gone for so long. Life's been a little crazy with music, and I finally have had some time now to film. So hopefully, like I said, we're going to have more videos coming at you every week, and if you guys haven't already, please give this video a like, leave a comment, and give the channel a follow, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.